Uh,
Okay, we will start with
Assalamu
Sally
alaikum.
now. Sally Ayat. Yes, Sally Ayat.
Yes,
The floor is yours. So she gonna focus on translating humor. So yes, go on.
yes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good day, everyone. My name is Salah Ayad, and today I will present my graduation project entitled The Challenges and Strategies in Translating Humor from English into Arabic. This research explores why translating humor is difficult and the strategies translators use to preserve both the meaning and the humor's effect. Now, let me explain why I choose this topic. I choose this topic because the humor is one of the most challenging area of translation. Humor depends not only on language but also on culture, context, and background knowledge. Something a joke that is very fine in English becomes meaningless in Arabic if it is translated literally. Therefore, I wanted to study the best ways to translate humor while keeping its intended effect on this audience. After explaining my motivation, let's move to the research question. This study is focusing on three main questions. First, how is humor translated from English into Arabic? Second, what translation strategies are commonly used? Three, what challenges do translators face during this process? These questions guided my research and analysis. To answer this question, we first need to understand the problem. The problem context. The main problem is that humor is closely connected to culture. A joke that is funny in English may not be funny in Arabic because the audience has different culture backgrounds. For this research reason, literal translation often fails to transfer the humor. The translator must understand both languages and both culture to produce a successful translation. Now I will explain the methodology used in this research. Methodology: this research uses a qualitative analysis. I selected examples from English dialogues and sitcoms. Then I compared the original English expressions with their Arabic translation. Finally, I analyzed whether the humor was successfully transferred and which translation strategies was used. Now let's move to the practical example, which are the most important part of my presentation. Example one: I'm fine. Although the sentence seems simple, its really meaning depends on this speaker's tone. When someone say I'm fine while clearly upset, the sentence becomes are casts. This Arabic translation is أنا بخير. The translator should not translate only the word but also the emotion and context. This is an example of pragmatical translation because the meaning depends on the situation, not only on the literal words. Let's look at another example with a different strategy. Example 2, Bazinga. Next slide, Doctora. This expression becomes famous through the Big Bang Theory. It is not a normal English word but a catchphrase used after making a joke. The translators later may keep the original word it is خدعتك. That strategy is called borrowing because the expression is culture specific. The goal is to make the audience understand that the joke has just been made. Now let's move to the final example. The third example. Ligan, wait for it, Dari. The humor here depends on interrupting that word and creating a suspense. A literal translation connect to produce the same humorous effect. Instead, the translator needs a creative adaptation, such as أسطوري انتظر رائع. This is an example of wordplay. It shows that the creative translation is often more effective than a literal translation. After analyzing these examples, these are my findings. Next slide, please, Doctora. Findings. The analysis shows that paraphrasing and adaptation are the most effective strategies for translating humor. The study also finds that culture differences strongly influence translation discussions. Finally, literal translation usually fails because it transfers the words but not the humor's effect. Based on these findings, I reached the following conclusion. In conclusion, humor translation requires more than languages skills. A translator must understand both cultures and choose flexible translation strategies. The main goal is not to translate every word literally, but to make the target audience experience the same humorous effect as the original audience. Finally, thank you.
Thank you, Sally, for your
Thank you.
fascinating topic and the presentation. We know all that humor is like one of the most challenging aspects of translation because it's closely connected to language and culture and wordplay. So now let's listen to Dr. Rula for her comments.
Okay, Sally, thank you. Starting with your title, Challenge and Strategies in Translating Humor from English into Arabic. Actually, I feel that your title is very broad. It is not specified enough actually for readers. You know that in writing researches, you should be very, very specified.